right, good afternoon. My name is Madeleine Parker. I am a psychic channel medium, and I use tarot and astrology as my tools for divination. We're going to do this read for Sagittarius. I like to think that these reads are for wherever Sagittarius is in your chart, if you have a planet in Sagittarius, and then also perhaps what's going on in your 9th house. And also, of course, it'll be applying the strongest for your ascendant. So, let's have a shuffle. I'm going to make sure I'm recording. Yep. And I got a nice comment, a helpful comment from someone saying I needed to declutter my space and let the cards have the space that they were wanting. And I think that was a very good piece of advice. So if you have anyone watching, if you have any suggestions, feel free to leave comments. I'm doing this to be of service. I believe in tarot divination. I believe in divination. It raises the frequency of the collective. It's how I like to be of service. And astrology and tarot and all forms of divination are designed to help us raise our frequencies, restore our faith, soothe our fears, gain clarity on how to work with the current energies. So let's have a look and see for the sign of Sagittarius. I have a feeling it's going to be pretty fiery for Sagittarians, as I've been talking about this chart that I've created. So for Sagittarians, we got a lot of Leo energy lighting up the 9th house. Okay, so we're going to talk about all that right now. We've got the sun in the 9th house for Leo. For Sagittarius. So we've got, let me put my notes here. Yeah, so we've got the Sagittarius sun in the 9th house. We've got Mercury in the 9th house for Sagittarius. But it's in the sign of Leo. So that's going to be inspiring, creative, fun, childlike, children, action, creativity, and that's happening in Venus and in Mars. And then we've got Jupiter in the 1st house stationing direct for Sagittarius. So that's going to be pretty interesting. And we also have Mercury stationing direct this week going into Leo. Sorry, Mercury's not in Leo quite yet, but it will be. Jupiter stationing direct in the 1st house for Sagittarians. All right. Let's see if I've left anything out. Feel free to like and comment and subscribe. Now, let's have a look for Sagittarius. Wow, first card out, the Sun card. This will be a good time for Sagittarians. This looks good. Now, do we have any planets that are in the Pluto? What's going on for Pluto for Sagittarians? Let's have a quick look. Pluto, 2nd house for Sagittarians. So let's go with this. Here we got the Tower card. We've got some strong cards. Here, the Death card. And the Awakening Judgment card. We've got the 10 of Cups. Now I'm going to spread all these cards out so everybody can see them clearly, because the cards are beautiful. They tell a fantastic story. This person was right. I need to open this up more. All right, let me double check. Okay, now, let's take a little moment here. We do have some, look, this is really interesting. I was going to take a little moment here to think, and all of a sudden it just came flying at me, these two very powerful cards. This really is big for Sagittarians. It's in the 9th house. It's happening in their own house. All this Leo, passionate fire energy. Things are really livening up for Sagittarians right now. This is their time in a way. It feels like major shifts are happening here. While we have just had a fire sign trine, and I think we may even still be in it as I'm doing this read. So let me make sure here that all of these cards can be seen. Okay, now coming straight out of the gate here with the sun card. Let's take a look. this really represents emancipation, a breakthrough. This period for Sagittarians has to be some very important breakthrough because they've really let go of a big fear. There's really a towering. Now, when I work with the Tower card, it's telling me that there's a massive shift and a massive change, and there's something going and there's something coming in, okay? And it's happening with fate. It's happening by divine order for the highest good. And sometimes it feels scary, but this change for Sagittarians is so radical that it might be kind of scary. But Sagittarians are not easy to scare with change. They like change. I'm Sagittarius. I love change. So, what's being changed? Let's have a deeper look. A burden, heart burdening. Heart burdens, gone. Freedom, burdening of a heart. So what is the heart about? Heart is about desire. Heart is about, and the Leo energy, now these are wands, these are fiery. So it's funny how there's not a lot of wands in this spread. But for Sagittarians, what's bombing away is this weight of working in alignment against some sort of force. And it feels as though the Sagittarians have been struggling for a while, and really what they've been struggling against is what's now being transformed and enabling them to be very clear about a decision. There's an awakening here, a very clear awakening, aha. Whenever I get that card, I know it means a realization of something. And then we get the King of Swords. It's a decision, realization, decision. Aries card up above. Again, that is a Sagittarius energy. It's Jupiter. I'm sorry, no, it's not. What am I saying? Aries, it's an Aries energy. I happen to have my Jupiter in Aries. That's why I said that. But these are a lot of major arcanas right here. We've got the moon. So this period is an end of a triggering period for Sagittarians. They've been, because there's an awakening or a realization or clarity gained around a situation in life that requires that the Sagittarius have been efforting too much for. It's like they've been trying too hard, and that's what's dying. And there's a breakthrough from that, because there's a realization, a transmuting of a fear, of an ability to sort of accept that what they've tried so hard for maybe wasn't working and is over. They thought it would make them happy, but they've broken through a fear of it not happening, I want to say, of their expansion. Because you know what happens with Sagittarians is, because they have such vision, and they really want the long-term goal, and they're really reaching for something. There's always this sort of something down the line energy with Sagittarians, that the Leo energy coming in, this Leo sort of stellium we have right now in the astrology, is helping them break free of operating in an energetic way that shows they don't have faith in their ability to materialize. So the Sagittarians have had sort of a hard time materializing, because they are such doers and go-getters, and they've had to release that go-getting, go-doing energy in order to sort of align and not effort so much from the heart, and work from a place of clarity, of dominance, of clarity. Now, the Emperor can also mean just, this is landing in my divine section of the read, so it means having a very grounded, certain, again, these are certain cards, these are certainty. So there's a grounded and certain awareness of what is in the heart, and not to effort so much, to release the fear that causes the Sagittarian to push too hard for something in the future, and it makes it so it's harder for them to achieve it. It creates anxiety. So the Sagittarians are learning right now during this period to release a fear that they have to kind of push things along. And this energy of Leo right now is firing up, completely bursting the Sagittarians free from that, and sort of letting it, because things are happening for Sagittarians right now. That's why there's an awakening and a realization that they don't have to push it. They can just let stuff happen. All the Sagittarians really need to do to work with that energy and to work with the Leo energy is to have clarity of non-effort, to be playful, to have fun, to be free, to be like a child, to not push so hard, to not be fear-driven. This period is really about for everybody. It's about the heart breaking through, guiding despite the fear, the heart pushing through the fear. The energy of a, again, now I want to say relationship involved very much so. We have Jupiter for Sagittarian in the 7th house. No, I'm sorry, it's in the 1st house. Let me see why Sagittarians might have some relationship stuff coming in here. Well, it's possible we have this elevating to a more, this is an elevation to a more relaxed home living experience. The Sagittarians are learning to trust and relax their fire energy and calm it down and let the universe force the fire. In other words, not force the fire, but let the universe propel the journey and the fire, sitting back and letting the propulsion of the energy take you, of this current energy. That's all Sagittarians really need to do right now, is to gain clarity, to have clarity. It's okay to strategize, figure things out, figure how to bring things together that have been burdening the heart, that have been overworking, over pushing, over trying. The Sagittarians do know what they want, though. This is not one of the signs that has been lost. It's just that for Sagittarians, it has been, what's transforming for them is an ability to materialize with clarity of knowledge of the heart rather than, like you see, effort, over-efforting. So there's a breakthrough, and knowing that working in alignment is to release this effort, is to release this over-efforting. But again, Sagittarius have been in alignment. They have clarity. That's why it's been so struggling. It's been so hard for them. The patience is impossible for Sagittarians. That's why the Temperance card represents Sagittarius. Waiting is hard. To not do anything, to just let it happen. And in that process, to work on your frequency. So there's an awakening, realizing for Sagittarians, to allow things, to allow the fire of the universe to propel their, to allow the propulsion to happen from the universe in their fire, in their soul, and to believe, and to work with a clarity of not, to have the clarity is what's going to propel this. Clarity mixed with the action energy of Leo, clarity of thought, clarity of action, clarity of mind in the center here is really a big deal, okay? That really aligns the Sagittarian energy into a in alignment, effortless forward motion, freeing up from the fear that they have to, it's not necessarily work so hard, push so hard, or not be the full force of the energy, not be the soul energy behind it all happening. Sagittarians like to step in and be all the energy. You don't have to be here. The fire is coming from all around you, okay? So, but we do have to learn how to be patient. And when we're being patient, it's not just being patient, it's to end negativity around waiting, to trust, to allow the universe to bring the opportunity, to give you the ability to work on this opportunity. The universe is going to bring it. It's going to bring fulfillment. You can relax, Sagittarians. It's going to happen, whatever it is that you know you've been working on in alignment. You've had clarity, but the clarity now is coming that this is your fate. You deserve this, and you don't have to suffer. You don't have to struggle. So it's a release of the struggle and letting the energy and force of the universe propel you, Sagittarians, to your highest, best new destiny. You've awoken to the power of allowing yourself to align with the already charged energy of the universe instead of trying to be the charged energy yourself, which only blocks it because it's fear motive. It's overdoing it. God of wealth. Now, we have Jupiter in the 1st house for Sagittarians, and Jupiter signifies, expansion of abundance. So this is a sign of monetary gain and financial success. Prosperity and abundance could impact your home, property, family, career, health, and relations. We are towering our negative fears around waiting. We're realizing the universe's clarity. All we need is clarity of a forward motion, and the universe will fire this journey along for us. We only need to align our fire energy with the fire energy. So whatever fears that have been causing us to overdo it are being released. Okay? Thank you, Sagittarius, for watching. I hope this read helps you, and feel free to leave a comment. All right? right, namaste.